Hey, buddy, hope you're well. So, week 100, we got there. And you were saying last week, couldn't remember what the word was about prep starting on week 100. I don't know if it's serendipity, like fate, isn't it? But yeah, brilliant. Absolutely buzzing to get going tomorrow/today, because today's Tuesday. Obviously, this will come over Wednesday. So, wins of the week is sticking to self care again. Sunday night routine of sort of redoing my board, unticking it through the week, staying accountable to it, and then redoing it every Sunday. And it's actually quite fun, and it sets me up for the week. So the fact that I'm doing that has been a really big win. It's just there. That's why I'm looking over towards it, and I'm managing to stick to it as well. And it's obviously bearing fruit, which is really good. So that's my win of the week, and I'm really enjoying it. It is really part of what I do now, which is fantastic. Training week's been really good. So what I've done is, because I'm essentially going to be in the shed for probably 2 weeks after that. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear, see how I get on. But what I've done is I've just changed my training program slightly, just to make it a bit more interesting. There's not an awful lot of variety in terms of exercises, but I've just changed. Sort of, before I used to do front squat and split squat on the same day, and back squat and Bulgarian. And now I've just changed them around, so Bulgarian's the same as back squat. Just things like that. Changed some of the sets and reps. Changed what might have been a rest pause before, put it as a drop set or whatever. So just think that's going to help me. Not that I need any motivation, but just something different for the next 6 weeks. So I started that on Saturday. So I've done upper, lower, pull, and enjoyed all of them. Did RDLs again this morning with a 2 meter bar that we got the other week, and the same weight as last week, but got a couple more reps. Really good. I've just looked at the video though, and I think I was a tiny little bit quick on the eccentric. I'm not going to post it, but I think you would say that from an eccentric point of view, I could probably squeeze a little bit more out of it. So that'll be my focus for next week, is to get the same number of reps, but just to slow that eccentric down rather than let it take me down. But yeah, enjoying the training week, and it's been really good. No rubbish sessions. The only thing that I have had is, and it's been really weird, is in my hip flexor, and you'll see it actually when you watch my posing, when I turn from back to face that way, you'll see me sort of wince. And it's one of those that it doesn't hurt when I train at all. I can well, it was quite sore, not when I did adductor, but when I set up for adductor and when I set up for abductor, so I just dropped them out. But in terms of compounds, it was fine, and it's actually it's at the front. It's in the hip flexor. So I've just been really careful when I've been doing my stretches in the morning. I haven't done a hip flexor stretch too sort of vigorously, and I think it was from when I spoke to you before about trying to squat too deep, or deeper than is natural for me, because I think that might have aggravated it. But that's the only niggle, but it's not stopping me training at all. It's actually when I'm walking along, I'll suddenly like my leg feels like it's going to collapse, but it is getting better. That sounded really dramatic, and I'm not a dramatic type person. It's not going to collapse, but it's just that, you just go, oh, like that. But the only thing it stopped, as I say, is abductor and adductor, but it isn't my adductor. It was just the setup. God, that was long. Outside of that, everything's fantastic. Expenditure, kept my steps right down, a little bit more today and yesterday, so Monday and Tuesday. I don't think it's going to make that much difference, given that I'm starting prep tomorrow. And I had some bits and pieces that I needed to do. So yeah, apart from that, and last week, I kept them right down, which is really good, puts us in a good place. Nutrition, yeah, stayed within 5 grams of carbs, worked really hard on that, just to get in the mindset of doing it, ready for obviously the next 21 weeks. Eating out at all, had Chinese on Saturday. It wasn't gluttonous. It was, I ate until I was full and I was fine. No alcohol, not at all. Stimulants the same, digestion, bowel movements the same. In terms of appearance, yeah, same as last week really. Feeling ready to get on it. Still conscious, obviously, of the abdomen, but feel fit. That's not the right word. I feel that apart from that, I mean, pretty good condition, feel in good shape, feel ready to go. So yeah, I've been practicing posing every day. I'll do it in the shed after my training session. And what I've done is I've sort of YouTubed, just for me, it's only my private YouTube. I've just YouTubed a couple of every week, just so that I've got something to look back on, but also that I can have a look at. General Mood and Energy has been really good. No dips or lows, really. Obviously, we've got the ongoing situation with my stepmom, but the self-care is helping with that. I've actually had a meeting with social services and dementia nurse and stuff today, and it's been fine, just about extra support for us as carers, which is good. But yeah, handling that pretty well. Boys are both happy, so that's fine. Support and work, it's the same. I'm working from home, and some days it's busy, some days it isn't. But yeah, I'm coping with all that with the self-care. Sleep, really, really good. Really good. Really good for me. I don't think other people, some people might not cope on it, but yeah, I've got into this habit of finding it really easy to get myself back to sleep. So before, where I'd really struggle, I've started doing box breathing, which is obviously really helpful. And I just read this technique that I think it might have been the US Army do to get to sleep in under 2 minutes. Now, it takes me a little bit longer than that, but it is working, and it's just a visualization thing. So even if when Kate gets up at sort of, her alarm goes off at like 20 to 6 or whatever, if I don't have to get up, I can actually go back to sleep then till my alarm goes off at like 6:30 or whatever. And I could never have done that before. Not every day, but sometimes. And if I wake up in the night, I'm using that technique, which is great. Anything else? Tell you no. My only question is, so I went on to both the UK DFBA and the BMBF websites and wrote down all the poses, what was likely to happen, what I needed to know. And part of my to-do list is to watch posing. And I came across a video that you'd put up, Heart of England, maybe 2018. And there's a figure bit in the middle of that. And it's the UK DFBA, but they do like double biceps and all that. So I'm a little bit confused because on their website, it just says quarter turns. But I'm doing all I guess they're compulsories, aren't they? I'm doing all of those anyway because I'm doing them for the BMBF. It's just nearer the time whether it looked like everybody did their chest one like that, rather than, I know sometimes people do it with the arm straight and stuff like that. So, but it didn't tell me on their website whether there's any specific rules. So I'm still gonna do the ones that I was doing. But if you think that I'm doing them wrong or I need to tweak them for UK DFBA nearer the time, that'd be worthwhile. And I've just chucked in a side chest as well to this week's posing, and I think that's it. Right, I'm going to go and do some wind down yoga and have a magnesium bath. So have a lovely, as I say, evening, but you won't get this till Wednesday. Have a lovely day, and I look forward to cracking on with prep today. Can't wait for your feedback. All right, mate, take care. Bye.